Hey guys, so in this video I would like to talk about Moses, and there are so many interesting questions involving the Moses story, as I think God has done that intentionally. Um, One of the interesting things about Moses is that Moses was sent to the people of the Ten Commandments, basically. And so a lot of the people who claim to practice the Ten Commandments are total hypocrites, and Moses was basically one of God's strongest soldiers that God sent to like some of the worst people, because these were people that got legalistic with the Ten Commandments. And for instance, like there were people, saying they were saying someone doing something good is idolatry. They were saying honor your parents when the parents were abusive. That was the biggest one, was that um, they were worshiping money, and saying, oh, well, worshiping money is good and stuff like that. So these people, the people of Moses, were some of the worst people, um, I guess, to ever worship God. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And Moses was sent to them to guide them and help them, I think, not because Moses, had anything wrong with him. In fact, Moses was really powerful and good, but he was sent to a weak people so that he could strengthen and help them. And another interesting question I have about Moses is, they talk about his snake and what his snake symbolizes when he lays down his snake. And I think oftentimes it's a symbolism for wisdom, and it's a symbol of parents or the older person having wisdom. But the problem with that is a lot of times these parents have the arm of God on them, and then they act abusive at the same time. And this is going to turn into a whole mess with the people of Moses, because they did really, really evil stuff while using the Ten Commandments, which is why Moses broke the tablets in two. So he sent Jesus to give two commandments which were better, which were treat others as you treat yourself. And since then, I guess that's been a more important teaching than the Ten Commandments, because first of all, people can't follow the Ten Commandments. Second of all, they use the Ten Commandments for evil, which defies the whole purpose. But I think the Ten Commandments were sent during a time like 2,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, when people were living differently. And back then, they were able to better follow the commandments without complications. But as civilization became more and more advanced, it became more and more difficult to follow the commandments, as well as like people, became nicer and everyone started kind of following them. So it's interesting.